Hey there, Leo. Welcome to your reading for the week of September 14th. This week, if you want to catch me live, I go live every single day at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So all you have to do is subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, and you will catch me live. I like this. You come up in a very strong position this week. Definitely success coming in for you here. So that's nice. But let's see here. Some sort of change. Ten of Pentacles. Major success coming in through something in your life. So that's nice. Probably something you're working on. Yeah, this is a really nice reading for you here, Leo. So I like this for you in a lot of ways. Now, your overall energy is the Lizard Spirit. This card says, dream the world into being. I feel like some of you need to use your powers of manifestation this week for sure. I feel like for some of you that this is saying that, you know, the story you tell yourself is the one that you're going to manifest in your life. I feel like that card is also saying don't give up on something as well. I feel like you need to keep pushing towards your goals, wishes, and dreams. You have the Ten of Pentacles here. I love the Ten of Pentacles, of course. To me, it's a very good card. But what I will say is that I have alternative meanings I use for the tarot that I've just come up with intuitively over the years. And to me, you always get the Ten of Pentacles, number one, you, Leo. And number two, to me, it's a card of hidden information. This is not like a bad thing. Like, this is not, saying that you're never going to find this information. It's just saying there's information that you need to find that can make you very successful. In your first row here, you have the forgiveness card here, why, and the standstill card. I feel like some of you need to forgive yourself here with this energy is what this is saying. Really, really simple, this first row. You show up King of Wands. You also have the Page of Wands and the Six of Wands. The reason I feel like you need to forgive yourself is because I feel like you feel like you're not where you should be in life with this first row here. Maybe there are things that you feel like you don't have that you want to have. I mean, that's true for everybody, but I feel like you feel that almost like you're not in the right place in your life here with this energy. And I feel like you need to almost forgive yourself for that and just say that, really we don't, the only reason we feel like this is because of other people, right? The only reason we have these feelings of not being in the right place or whatever is because of expectations of other people. So in a lot of ways, I feel like that's what you're realizing in this first row. King Wands is like looking this way. I almost feel like you're starting over in life. And I don't care if you're like, I always say this to you, Leo. I don't care if you're like 100 years old. Doesn't matter. I feel like you're starting over. Page of Wands, Six of Wands, moving towards success, victory, and progress here with this energy. So I feel like you're moving towards some sort of victory or success. I almost feel like this is the end of a cycle as well. I feel weird about this Page of Wands. There are these pyramids in the background on the Page of Wands here, but the message that's popping into my head is like a new world or a new earth is popping into my head as well. Some of you could be reading that book by Eckhart Tolle. I don't know what that one is. Is it A New Earth? Something like that. But I feel that in a lot of ways that like your world has gone through like a lot of changes and everything like that. And I'm like getting like weird words as well, like extinctions. Like maybe you just like lost a bunch of people all at once, or maybe you had a bunch of losses financially all at once. Like I feel like you literally, it's almost like your life has been like the history of Earth itself. A weird message, but I like it. So I feel like you're going on a new journey. I feel like this is a good thing. This is, as scary as that sounds, I feel like this is a good thing because I feel like the slate is being wiped clean for you at this time. I feel like this is going to take a lot longer than just this week. This is going to be an ongoing process. To me, tarot is timeless anyway. And so that's what I'd say there. But you're definitely going towards progress and success. You have the Sandpiper Spirit. This card says be playful. And why do you need to be playful? To take some sort of leap of faith. You have the Five of Swords here in this row, Leo. And the Five of Swords can say that you need to not take things too seriously. I feel like that's why both those cards are coming up for you here. Sometimes we can do something like start a business or whatever, or get into a new relationship. And it's like we try to take things too seriously. And we shouldn't. You have the Five of Swords, Death card, and the Knight of Swords here. I definitely feel like this is saying don't rush things with that Knight of Swords. Don't be too hasty. Don't make things move too quickly. It's weird. You have this Six of Wands. The guy here on the Six of Wands is facing this way towards this Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords is almost running this way. This is one of those things where it's like, what's popping into my head for you is it's like you run to the edge of the diving board and then you stop, before you get to the edge of the diving board. And it's like you don't take the leap. So I feel like for some of you, this whole middle row is saying, but I feel like saying the time is right. On the Death card, there are these two pillars back here. Those two pillars are from the moon card, and the sun is coming up between those two pillars. You know, that's the whole point of the moon card, is that the sun will be coming up. So I feel like the timing is right for you to get started on something. Could be a project, could be a relationship, but I feel like it's time for you to get going here with this energy. I do feel like you could be I feel like you could be seeing the death of like ideas that you've had for a very long period of time. There's this guy who is dressed up like a pope here on this card, and it kind of represents religious beliefs. And we all have beliefs that are, you know, religious, but I don't mean that in the sense like of religion. Like maybe you believe that you have to go to work and get a job, right? And have a career. Maybe that's what you're told your whole entire life. And, you know, that could be a religious belief. It's because, you know, it's something that has been passed down to us from generation to generation. And I feel like for a lot of you, it's like you're starting to see those beliefs challenged in your life. I almost feel like saying also in this middle row, as weird as this middle row is, your whole entire reading is very weird this week. The readings have been weird lately. But, you know, this to me is saying that some sort of belief is being challenged from an outside source. So it's like maybe you never thought you could have a business. Maybe you have a child or something that starts a business, and maybe they become very successful. And maybe you're like, wow, that's possible. I almost feel like saying that with this middle row here, it's like you're seeing someone or you're seeing something as possible because you see someone else do it, or, you know, because of an outside source proves that something is possible. I always say, you know, there's a story of the 4-minute mile. It's like nobody could run a 4-minute mile. Then like one guy, can't remember his name, he ran a 4-minute mile, and then all of a sudden everybody was running a 4-minute mile. It's because, you know, he made it possible and people just started to believe it, right? And that's kind of like the weird feeling I get here. That's not even what these cards mean. So that, you know, that's what I'd say there. But if you're new to the channel, by the way, I read intuitively. I don't just regurgitate card meanings. So that it is what it is, right, Leo? Next, you have the Unfinished Symphony card here and the TikTok card. Yeah, I feel like it's time to finish something. Obviously, it's like you're running out of time to get started on something here. So I feel like you have, really, in a lot of ways, I feel like there's no rush. I feel like you have plenty of time, but I would get moving here, Leo, on something. So I feel like you need to get moving. You have the 10 of Pentacles, the King of Cups, the 2 of Wands, and the 6 of Cups here. This could be an old idea that you've had with the 6 of Cups. So for some of you, this could be like an old business idea that you had, or maybe you have always wanted to, you know, start a business, or maybe there's a certain career that you've always wanted. And I feel like you need to get moving. Like I feel like this is saying you're not, you know, you have plenty of time, but you're not going to live forever, is what I feel like these cards are saying. So, you know, again, maybe you want to go back to school and get your degree in something, but maybe you're like, oh, I'm 70 years old. I feel like this is saying, hey, you know what? You still have time, but not forever. So I hope that makes sense. That's the message just popping into my head. For others, again, same thing. It's like, I feel like there could be a job, or there could be something you want to, like a creative project that you need to get moving on here. And I would get moving. For others, I do feel like this could be love coming into your life. Could be a water sign. You keep getting water in your chart. Could be a Scorpio. You have Scorpio right here. Could be any sign. This is just a general reading. So that's what I'd say there. But I feel for some of you that this will be like one of those things you're going to want to jump on. I do not consider the 6 of Cups to be someone from the past. I know a lot of tarot readers do, but to me, you know, even if you read about the 6 of Cups, it says to not get stuck in the past. So I feel like mostly this would be new love. I feel like it could be a soulmate. For others, this could just be talking about your family, because 10 of Pentacles, there is a family on the 10 of Pentacles here on this card. So I feel like there could be a lot of success coming in for you here. The other thing, like I was saying at the beginning of the reading, Leo, the 10 of Pentacles to me can represent unlikely information or mysterious or hidden information. There is a beggar on this card. He's right here. He's kind of hard to see. And the beggar kind of he's coming here and he's giving these people on this card a gift. And it kind of represents the fact that someone in your life, or there could be an unlikely source that could give you some sort of gift. So it kind of says like, don't judge a book by its cover is kind of what's popping into my head. But I feel like there could be information coming in for some of you, or there could be even help or assistance from an unlikely source, or from someone that you don't think could help you in some area of your life. Definitely popping into my head. So I feel like for some of you, it's like saying you need to stay open to that situation there, if there is someone coming in. But let's clarify this bad boy and let's see what we get here, because I definitely want to dig into this here, Leo. Between the King of Wands and the Five of Swords, you have the Three of Diamonds. Three of Diamonds to me is not a real Lenormand card. It's just a playing card. Three of Diamonds to me is a card very specific. It is a card of being careful with paperwork. Three of Diamonds is a card of problems with legal paperwork, and it's very specific. It says you need to be as careful as possible with your paperwork with that Three of Diamonds. So it's not a bad card. It's more of a warning. It just says anything you're signing, like a contract, anything important that you're doing, just double check everything that you do. Between the Page of Wands and the Death card, you have the Six of Clubs. Yeah, definitely success coming in for you here, I feel. Six of Clubs is actually a card of burdens in the Lenormand reading system. It is a card called the Cross, and it represents having a cross to bear. But in a lot of ways with this Death card, I feel like you're releasing some sort of burden. Like I said here, I almost get the feeling that you could be releasing certain beliefs that people have placed upon you and that aren't your own. It's like I said, maybe your family, your whole entire life has said, oh, you have to go get a career and do all this other stuff. I feel like you're releasing those expectations that other people have placed upon you is what's coming up with that Death card. That's what's popping into my head. Maybe people always tell you, oh, you have to get married and when are you gonna have kids and like all this other stuff. I feel like you're releasing those expectations. You're just like saying, that's their life, that's not my life. So I feel like it's almost like you have, you are differentiating your life. Between the Six of Wands here and the Knight of Swords, you have the Queen of Hearts, is called the Stork. The Stork can represent children. So again, a lot of children coming up here. I would say if you're not trying to get pregnant here, Leo, I would definitely be careful with this energy. It seems to be a very fertile time, so I would definitely be careful of that. For others, it could just represent travel, by the way. So I feel like some of you could be traveling. I'm getting like short distance travel or traveling for business is popping into my head. If you're doing that, I feel like there will be a harvest, by the way, with that Six of Hearts or the Queen of Hearts. I feel like some of you could be almost like doing it's popping into my head as a presentation for business, but it's like maybe you're going to some sort of show, or maybe you're selling your stuff at like a farmer's market or something like that if you have a business. I don't know, it's popping into my head. Or maybe you're trying to sell your stuff on Etsy or whatever. I feel like there's going to be a lot of success for you here. So I like that. Between the Five of Swords here and the Ten of Pentacles, you have the Moon. Love it. Amazing. I love the Moon card. This card has not shown up at all this week, and you're one of the last signs I'm doing this week. The Moon, I love. The Moon, to me, says we have fantasies. We have things that we want to create here on Earth. The Moon in the Lenormand is not like the Moon in the Tarot. The Moon in the Lenormand, number one, it can represent romance. We'll talk about that in a second. But number two, it can also represent needing to ground your dreams in reality. It says you have all these things up here floating around, like all these dreams, all these things that could be really good for you. The dream the world into being is what that lizard card says up at the top there. So I feel like for some of you, literally, if you can dream it, you can have it. So just that simple. Love it. Ten of Pentacles, everything you want in life. Between the Death card here, the King of Cups, and the Two of Wands, you have the Mountain, the Eight of Clubs. Every single week, people come to me and they say, Chris, last week you said that I was going to have everything I want. And nothing happened. And every single time I say, yes, nothing happens. The cards, these are not magical. They can't make anything appear in your life. They can't make anything happen for you. The cards to me simply point out opportunities for you to be successful. So if you take advantage of those opportunities, you'll be successful. Also, most of this stuff doesn't happen just a week. It takes time. So I feel like for the Eight of Clubs is basically the obstacles that you're going to have to overcome to be successful to get this opportunity up here. Eight of Clubs says you have to go on an adventure that you've never been on before. So if you're just at home and you're expecting these wonderful things to just show up, that's not going to happen. Eight of Clubs is called the Mountain. It's a card of taking the road less traveled. Two of Wands, road less traveled. Two of Wands, this guy is about to leave a comfort zone. There is a town down here, and it represents him leaving a comfort zone, but he has the whole world in his hands. So I feel like some of you have to leave a comfort zone. Some of you have to do something to be successful. This could be moving, could be traveling, could be starting a business, it could be anything that pulls you outside your comfort zone. Could be starting a YouTube channel, whatever. Doesn't matter what it is. As long as you do it, you will be successful. Probably not this week. Things take time. Between the Knight of Swords here and the Six of Cups, you have the Queen of Diamonds, the Crossroads. You have a choice to make, whether you stay in your comfort zone or you leave it with this energy. So I feel like some of you need to kind of like leave a comfort zone here with that Queen of Diamonds. Definitely having a choice to make. For like a small percentage of you, I do feel like this could be a choice in love. If I'm being honest, I wouldn't really consider this to be a love reading here, Leo. To me, I read whatever shows up. I don't do love readings. I don't do money readings. I do whatever shows up here. I do more general general. And but I do feel like there could be a choice in love. I feel like there could be an earth sign coming in for you here, or a water sign if you're looking for love. On your top row outcome, you have the Five of Hearts here. Five of Hearts to me is a card of jealousy. In this deck here, they call it Cupid or whatever, and you know, kind of represents, they say it represents new love. I did used to read the Five of Hearts in the playing cards as new love. So I do feel like for some of you, there could be new love. It's coming up in your future position. So I feel like this is someone who would catch your eye in the future. For others, I feel like this is a test from the universe is what's popping into my head. These three cards right here, Eight of Hearts, Ten of Pentacles, Five of Hearts. Sometimes I think when our lives improve, we start to get tested. Like maybe we start to make more money, and it's like maybe our family is like, oh, what do you think, you're better than us? You know, like one of those situations. So I feel like for some of you, you could be being tested. Like the universe is saying, are you really ready for some success? Are you really ready? So if something uncomfortable happens this week, I almost feel like you have to ignore it. And it could be something that somebody says to you, I feel, with that Five of Hearts. It could just be you experiencing jealousy from people around you. And I feel like you just have to ignore it with that Five of Hearts. I feel like that is passing the test. In your middle row here, you have the Jack of Diamonds. It's called the Scythe. The scythe can represent cutting things out of your life. So I feel like for some of you, you're just cutting things out of your life with that Jack of Diamonds. And it's like you're moving on to like bigger and better things with that energy. Yep, in the bottom row, you have the Eight of Diamonds is called the Key. I feel like there is a lot of success coming in for you here with that Key card. I feel like you are also paying attention to the details, so I like to see that. I also like this as well. You go from the Three of Diamonds to the Eight of Clubs to the Key here. So it's like you could be experiencing some burdens with the Six of Clubs to the Eight of Clubs, because it's like you're starting a new journey, but ultimately you will be finding success. Eight of Diamonds says you hold the keys necessary to be very successful. In a lot of ways, I feel like this reading is also just saying you're more capable than you realize here, Leo. I feel like that's the whole message, but this looks very good for you, Leo. So yeah, so thank you for watching, Leo, and definitely enjoy your week.